You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. 7 more LSU players heard their names called over the 3 days of the NFL draft, all of them to a variety of landing spots, like most of them. Figured we'd take a quick minute and give you a roundup of the LSU Tigers and where they all went. Of course, it got started off on Thursday night, as we well know, with Will Campbell. Didn't have to wait very long.
With the 4th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
So Will Campbell, 4th overall pick. That's the first time the New England Patriots have ever selected an LSU player in the first round. The previous high selection was Kevin Falk at 46 overall, Tommy Hotson at 59, the late Marquise Hill at 63, and Stephen Ridley in 2011 at 73 overall. The Patriots were arguably the worst offensive line in football a year ago. They had to find protection for Drake May. They signed right tackle Morgan Moses in free agency and now have drafted Will Campbell, which is a very clear indicator there is no conversation about him playing guard in New England. He will be Drake May's blindside protector from day one.
With the 42nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Mason Taylor, tight end, LSU.
One of the really cool moments of the draft when the Jets took Mason Taylor, not because they're the Jets, they stink, but it's getting muted a little bit right there. But the fact that you had one of these great moments with Mason Taylor as a young boy, when his dad, who of course is a Miami Dolphin and Pro Football Hall of Famer, Mason Taylor, when his dad played for the Jets at the end of his career, there's this photo of a young Mason Taylor in his dad's 99 Jets jersey with a green mohawk and Jets on his forehead and like some eye black, but I guess eye green underneath as well. How did he get away with that in school, I wonder? The green hair and it might have been a preseason game, maybe before school started. Had to be. I don't think he can get away with that in school. But anyway, incumbent tight end Jeremy Ruckert is Taylor's primary competition, which tells you he has no competition. At 6'5", 250, and a great pass catcher, he should be a security blanket for Justin Fields from day one.
So guys, with the 91st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select
Emry Jones Jr., tackle, Louisiana State.
Louisiana State. Let's get it right. At least that's what the WNBA commissioner said. The Baltimore Ravens, when you look at some of the feedback around Baltimore with this pick, they love their offensive linemen physical at the point of attack. They don't want finesse. They don't care about polish or where they're going to play. They just went dominant point of attack offensive linemen. That describes Emry Jones to a T. The big question is, where will he play? Will he stay at guard? Will he stay at tackle? Will he move inside to guard? When you look at scouts, most assume that moving inside to guard would fix some of his limitations that he may have outside. I still maintain that the ankle injury he suffered against UCLA this past season really limited him, that we didn't talk much about. But Emry Jones going to a good landing spot where they want to be physical and run the ball, especially with Lamar Jackson in front. Emry had great experience with Jaden Daniels behind him for a couple of seasons. This feels like a very good fit.
With the 101st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Savon Jones, defensive end, LSU.
So Jones going before Swinson was a little bit of a surprise. Also a surprise that the Denver Broncos traded back into the 3rd round to select Jones. They liked him that much. And, of course, it's Sean Payton, and the narrative around here was that Sean Payton didn't select LSU guys. Well, I guess we can buck that narrative. It's interesting with Jones for a couple of reasons. Number one, defensive linemen in Denver, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, and Malcolm Roach, remember him? They're all in the final year of their deals with the Broncos. So Jones coming in as a late 3rd-round pick, probably not a plug-and-play day one starter. Could be certainly a rotational guy and play a lot, but a guy that's probably looking to 2026 as someone they could say, all right, you'd be a starter then. Also remember who Denver's defensive line coach is. Jamar Cain, former LSU defensive line coach Jamar Cain, who knows Savon Jones very well from his time in Baton Rouge. So Savon Jones goes to Denver.
With the 146th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Braden Swinson, linebacker, LSU.
And so his running mate Swinson goes to New England, where he'll join Will Campbell as rookies with the Patriots. That was a pick that the Patriots got from the Carolina Panthers as part of the third-round initial trade down. So at 146, the New England Patriots take Braden Swinson. They have veterans, pass rushers Harold Landry and Halavon Chasson, another LSU Tiger at defensive end there in New England. So getting a bit crowded, but maybe the only surprise is that Swinson had to wait as long as he did into round 5 to hear his name called.
With the 171st pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Miles Frasier, guard, LSU.
Another instance of a team trading up to get an LSU player. The Lions went from 182 to 171. So they went from their early 6th-round pick to a late 5th-round pick to make this selection of Miles Frasier. And those 11 spots, they just didn't want to run the risk of having a guy they really like come off the board. It tells you they had a much higher grade on him than where they were able to land him at 171 in round 5. Frasier is actually the second guard that the Lions took in this year's draft. In round 2, they took Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. So with Ratledge and Frasier taking 2 interior offensive linemen, it tells you they were trying to get younger and deeper on the interior of the offensive line. And one of the things that everyone loves about Miles Frasier is his versatility. He started 28 career games at right tackle, 12 at left tackle. That was at FIU. 9 at left guard and 2 at right tackle. So this is a guy who has versatility. He can play on the inside, the outside, and the Lions liked enough to move up 11 spots to get him at the end of round 5.
With the 243rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Garrett Dellinger, guard, Louisiana State.
And that means 2 LSU offensive linemen will be headed to Baltimore. Emry Jones in round 3 and Garrett Dellinger in round 7. Why not take a flyer on a guy that was a 3-year starter and only missed half of his senior year because of that ankle injury, but played in just 7 games this past year? Dellinger knows what it's like to play on the interior and play next to a superstar, as he did during his time at LSU, lining up next to Will Campbell. So what's interesting to watch is, does Emry Jones potentially cost Dellinger a spot? Because if Jones sticks at tackle, Dellinger's got an opportunity at guard. If Jones moves into guard, that makes it much more difficult for Dellinger to make the team. So be interesting to watch both of those LSU offensive linemen in Baltimore throughout training camp. 4 LSU offensive linemen, 7 Tigers in all taken in this year's NFL Draft. Congrats to all of them. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.